Hey there, my friend. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi. I'm the founder here at the Fit Mother Project. My team and I are the health and fitness experts for busy moms in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. We've helped all these women around the world you see here lose weight and get healthy for both themselves and their families. And a lot of the women we help on their programs, they're in their 50s, they're in their 60s, and their bodies are not the same as when they're in their 20s and 30s, from age, from having kids, from joints hurting. So we need to train differently. And in this video in particular, what we want to cover is 5 of the best leg and lower body exercises for women 50 plus. And these workouts are going to be safe on your low back, easier on your knees and on your hips, but they're still going to produce great results. So what we're going to do in this video is quickly cover what these 5 exercises are, and then we're going to hop behind me in the gym here. We're going to demo these exercises. I'm going to give you some ideas on sets and reps. You can piece this together into an amazing at home or in the gym workout to help you build strength and tone in your lower body, in your legs. I know you're going to love today's video. So get out your pen and paper, take some notes, and let's dive on in. All right, so let's kick off this video on the best lower body exercises for women over 50. And the first one on this list is the Goblet Squat. And I'm gonna demo this in just a little bit in the gym behind me, but essentially what this is grabbing some kind of dumbbell or kettlebell, holding one of those close to your chest and sitting back into a squat. And the reason this is such a good exercise is because opposed to a barbell squat where you have to load a heavy barbell up on your back that puts a lot of compressive force on your spine, the Goblet Squat is a little bit easier on your back, and it also challenges your core and your abs to be very stable because you have to hold this weight in front of you. Makes it an amazing exercise, and all you need is a dumbbell. Heck, you could use a backpack, you could use just a giant gallon of water. You could use anything you have, so you don't really need a lot of equipment. That's why I love goblet squats. Number 2 is the Sumo Deadlift, which is going to be a wider stance deadlift. And when we think about leg exercises, the main 2 motions that we like to do are squats, aka the goblet squat, and some kind of hip hinging exercise where we're bending from the hips and we're moving the hips through. That's essentially what a Sumo Deadlift is. We're going to do it today with a single dumbbell. It's a really great way to strengthen your glutes and your hamstrings. And again, it's a lot easier on your back than doing a traditional barbell deadlift. And hey, if you can do barbell deadlifts, I'm not saying they're not great. You can continue doing those, but this is going to be a good thing, as you're going to see in the demo today, that you might love incorporating. Third on the list is a hamstring curl on a medicine ball. On one of those blow-up Swiss balls. You see a lot of women do abs and crunches on those balls, but in my opinion, the best exercise to do on those is a hamstring curl. It is amazing for getting tone in the back of your legs, especially if you feel like you have, some flab or some cellulite or stuff on the back of your legs. This is going to build strength and tone and really target that area. It's going to make your butt a lot stronger, and it actually works your abs too, almost as good as a crunch itself while working the lower body. Amazing exercise. Fourth on our list is a Glute Bridge, or one of those stretch bands around your knees. Again, great for building a butt, for building some size, for building some strength, and again, very low on equipment. And finally, our last one is some good old-fashioned walking lunges, which gives you the cardio as well as the great tension in your quads and your glutes and your hamstrings. So what we're going to do now, we're going to hop behind me. I'm going to do form demos for each of these exercises, and I'm going to give you some ideas and some sets and reps, and you can try this week. So let's hop behind the gym. Let's get into our first exercise, the Goblet Squat. All right, so the first exercise on our list is the Goblet Squat, which is essentially taking a dumbbell or a kettlebell, holding it nice and tight to your chest like this, so how I personally prefer. You want to hug it straight to your chest, close your arms are tight, and we're going to squat down just like this, keeping nice and upright here. So from the side here, just like this, holding, sitting back into a chair, coming right on up. Now what makes these unique, I'm going to keep on doing some reps as I talk, is you have to really use your core to stay upright, because what the weight wants to do is drag you forward like this. We want to maintain this upright posture, loading the legs and the glutes. And the reason, again, this is a good exercise for women, particularly 50 plus, is that it's easier on your low back than having a big barbell loaded here on your spine. So this is why I love these, and I also love these because you can get stronger and you can progressively use heavier weight. So with goblet squats, I would say do 3 sets of around 8 to 15 reps. If you want to get more of a strength building effect, closer to that 8. If you want to really get some burn in your thighs, do 3 sets of 15 of these. Your legs are going to be screaming. So that is our first exercise. Again, key form points, dumbbell or kettlebell, tight to your chest, feet shoulder width apart, sit down like you're coming back into a chair, keep the spine upright, come right forward. First exercise. Second one is a Sumo Deadlift. Beautiful thing, same equipment. What we're going to do here is we're going to take this dumbbell or a kettlebell, get it between our legs. What makes something sumo is that your stance is gonna be a little wider. I recommend you actually take your legs, you open them up just a little bit here. We're gonna come down, we're gonna grab the weight right here, shift the hips back. So this is starting position right here with hips shifted. Now I'm gonna pull through, squeeze the glutes, come right on down to here. So it kind of looks like a squat, but what we're really doing is getting these glutes active and firing through in a hip hinging motion. This is what makes it a hip hinge versus a squat. It looks very similar. Hip hinge, squat. The goblet squat was a squat. Here we're doing a hip hinge, a sumo deadlift. So we're right here, low back is tight, up and squeeze, right on down. So there's a little bend in the legs, but most of the action and the action of this exercise comes from firing those glutes, keeping that weight nice and tight to your body. Just right here, fire. Come on down nice and slow. Pause, fire right on up. I want you to squeeze your butt hard. Every rep, the weight is moving because I'm squeezing my butt. Just like this, I'm allowing the weight to shift back just a little bit, right to here. This is different than a sumo squat, which is this. See the difference, how I'm staying vertical just like this? Another great exercise, but this is different than this, which is what we want to do for the sumo deadlift. For this one, I would say a very similar rep range. 3 sets, 8 to 15 reps. Again, if you're new to this exercise, go in the higher rep range. Pick a light weight and get used to that motion. As you get used to the motion, I want you to go heavier. Some more sets in, let's say, the 8 rep range, and build up. As you get stronger, use a heavier dumbbell. So, third exercise, hamstring curl with an exercise ball. So, exercise ball right here. You want to get one that's a little more inflated than the one we have. We will make do. So, what I want you to do here is to get the ball and to lie nice and flat on your back like this. We're going to get both heels on the ball. Back is flat, hands are pressed on the sides. What we're going to do is we're actually going to bridge up just to right here. So I'm off the ground, my arms are tight, I'm squeezing my glutes, I'm going to curl the ball in, come right back out. Curling through the heels. You can see at the ball that my heels are what's in contact with the ball, and the ball rolls onto my foot. And what you want to focus on is squeezing the hamstrings, moving the ball nice and slow, rolling nice and in and out. I am also keeping my core tight as I do this. What's going to want to happen is you're going to want to sag down like this, and it turns into this, or you're going to be bridging so high it turns into something awkward like this. Find that middle point. Your upper back is what's touching the ground, and you're curling in, squeeze, right on out. Make sure you breathe while you do this. You're going to feel a burn. And what I want you to do here is 3 sets until failure. So I want you to go pretty much as long as you can on these. You may find you can only do 5 reps. You may be able to do 15. If you find you can do this for a while and you get up to be able to do around 15 of these, here is the more advanced version that you can work up to. You have the ball, you come in, you come out. As you come out, you lift one leg up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl. That is 1 rep. Then you do a hold, hold, curl. It adds another variable to that, and that's how you can continue progressing with an exercise like this. So that is our third motion, hamstring curl with a ball. The next thing we're going to do is a glute bridge with a band. You've probably seen somewhere, either here on YouTube, on Facebook, a lot of women doing squats with bands. It's a good idea because the glutes in particular, external rotators, they want to open the hips up just like this. So if we put a band around the legs, it gets a pull. The band is pulling me in this way. So I have to activate my glutes to open things up. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit down into a glute bridge position with this band situated around the knees. So very similar to the hammy curl start position. Hands are on the ground, abs are nice and tight, feet are firmly placed around shoulder width. I am moving my legs out like this against the resistance of the band, and now I'm bridging up, hold and squeeze for 1, 2, slowly come down, touch, explosive up. Squeeze those glutes, come down, pause, explode up. Use those glutes, very forcefully come up. This is a key point of this exercise. It is explosive. As you come up, you're squeezing those glutes, and as you get more tired, these knees are gonna wanna start to come in like this. It's gonna turn into this right here. This is not what we want. We want this external rotation, fire, hold for 1, 2. This is when there's maximum tension on the glutes. Then we're coming down, pause, fire up again, right on down. So this is another exercise like that hammy curl where I want you to do it up until the point where you're getting a massive burn. So maybe 5 reps, maybe 15 reps. And as you progress, the thing you're gonna change is you're gonna go from using a light band like this to a heavy band like this. Very hard to keep your knees from going inward. So you can get more bands and you can progress with that. So I would say in conjunction, if you were to do this full workout as is, and you went straight from the goblet squats to the sumo deadlifts to the hammy curls, you might wanna do 2 to 3 sets to failure of this particular exercise. And failure is pretty much when you feel like your form's breaking down, your knees are starting to come in, your legs are super shaky, that would be the time to stop. Our final exercise of this 5 is good old-fashioned walking lunges. So you can do these with dumbbells or without. I will demonstrate them with dumbbells first and then without. There's a couple ways to do these. What I like to do is get a nice stretch of road in front of you. You want to get yourself set like this, squeeze the dumbbells, shoulder blades are back, head is aligned, arms are squeezing and active. And now what I want you to do, with a wide enough base, you're going to step out in front of you, knee comes down, lightly touches, drive up, step, down, drive up, activating this glute, step, down, drive up, turn it around. On the way back, this foot steps, plants, we drop down, we fire through this leg, up, down, up, down, up, down. Ideally, you have a little more space, you don't have to turn around every 3 reps, but if you do, that's just totally fine. So this is what makes it a walking lunge versus a more static lunge where you're pushing back like this. These are less good because you're really using some momentum to shift back. They're a little more quad dominant on your quads. We already worked your quads with the goblet squats. When you do the walking lunge though, this glute, this front glute has to be so active to push forward. I think it's a better version. So those are the walking lunges. I would say anywhere from 10 to 15 reps per leg. If you can only do them body weight, that's fine. I would say the same position, pretend like you're holding weights, and you'll work up. Even when you start using a 2.5 pounder, a 5 pounder, you're gonna get great cardio from this, and now you're gonna find these exercises very valuable. So these are the 5 best leg exercises for women over 50. I hope you found this valuable, my friend. All right, my friend, I hope you found these exercises valuable, and me and my team, we wanna help you reach your health and fitness goals, especially if you're a busy mom in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. Below in the description, you can find a link to our free Fit Mom Jumpstart that gives you our metabolism boosting workout. It only takes 24 minutes, involves a pair of dumbbells and around 5 feet of floor space. We're also gonna give you our free Fit Mom meal plan, and me and my team are gonna personally coach you for an entire week, give you accountability emails to make sure you implement this stuff into your life and see real results. We are the Fit Mother Project, the health and fitness experts for busy moms over 40. We're glad you found your channel. So check the description below for that free link. Subscribe if you haven't. There's a little button there below. And give us a thumbs up and drop us a comment below if you enjoyed this. We look forward to seeing you around the channel, seeing you inside that free Fit Mom Jumpstart, and we'll talk to you very soon, my friend.